What is up, Army of 10-year-olds? I'm back at it again with another comic book review, and today I'm going to be doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the modern one, not the Power Rangers archetype I was talking about last time. Before I really get into the content of Power Rangers, let me just talk about the way that they print them for a second, because they'll print them in these trade paperbacks that I have right here, in order. This is 1, 2, and 3. And then they'll have stuff like this, where it's Beyond the Grid and the Shattered Grid and Rise of Drakon. These, I'm pretty sure that Shattered Grid and Rise of Drakon are included in the regular series if you just read in order. And like, they do encapsulate the whole thing that happens during that event. But other than Beyond the Grid, you'd be better off just buying these in order, because like if you get Rise of Drakon or Shattered Grid and then you get up to that point in these, then you'll have to like think back to what's next after that, and then you'll have like 1, 2, 3 and then like 7, 8 on your shelf, and it'll look stupid. That's just a personal nitpick I have. But another thing with the printing is they have 3 different series called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then Mighty Morphin right here. That, I'm like 99% sure that these 2 series take place after like issue 100, and it's just a continuation of this series. You can pick them up and start here, and it's still a good starting point. I really liked them, these stories. They've definitely got like a slightly darker tone, more serious, stuff like that. But just thought I'd let you know. I would start with this, though. I think this is the best place to start. Now onto the story. Power Rangers is about this group of teenagers who is given the power to transform into these like cosmic being warriors by this spirit of a warrior from a long time ago, so that they can defend their planet from this alien witch that creates monsters and tries to take over the planet with them. And that's basically what this is about. The Green Ranger ends up being recruited by her, and they have to convince him to join their side instead after he gets like brainwashed. It's cool. That's where the series starts. If you watch the original Power Rangers show, it starts when the Green Ranger's recruited in the comics. Imagine everything about the Power Rangers show that was like kind of corny and for children. Imagine that's just not in there. That's basically what this is. It's Power Rangers if it was actually cool. And because it had such a childish concept, certain things about like how the morphing grid works aren't exactly like super clear, but it's sort of you kind of just look over it. You kind of suspend your disbelief for just a little bit, because the writing's really good, and so the art's really good, and if you just like Power Rangers, you'll like this. But I just like to say, for Beyond the Grid, the thing I mentioned earlier, the thing that I'm pretty sure isn't included if you read them in order, this is not that good in my opinion. Beyond the Grid isn't. If this is spoilers, so just skip this part if you don't want spoilers. I'll put a timestamp on the screen of when you need to skip to. But this does turn into a multiverse story eventually. And Beyond the Grid, it's basically a story where like the grid that they draw their, like the dimensional grid they draw their powers from shatters. And this one Purple Ranger has like a fraction of the grid with her. And it's like extremely painful to use. And I just didn't like it that much, probably because I didn't read the Power Rangers thing like in order, and I just bought volumes 1 through 3 of the trade paperbacks, and then I bought the events. But I barely knew like every single character in this. Maybe if I got to know them better throughout reading the Power Rangers series in order, I would have liked it more. But from the part that I did read, it just seemed like a bunch of random characters were introduced with like their own arcs that we didn't know about that happened and stuff like that. So I would suggest that if you do get Beyond the Grid, that you read everything else first, just to get a little context. Like, I'm not even that far, because I'm reading a crap ton of other stuff right now. But I do plan to continue Power Rangers eventually because I do really like it, but it's just not really a priority right now. But for Beyond the Grid, just get that last. That's all I have to say. Now that I've reviewed the main series, let me go on to Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers, two other series. Now, these take place in the future, so these also have spoilers, but since you can pick the series up right here, the spoilers aren't super major. This is what the covers look like. They're pretty sick. So, Mighty Morphin follows the story of the Power Rangers that stay on Earth after the events of issue 100, and they deal with like Earth conflicts and stuff like that. And a bunch of the Rangers that left get replaced by new Rangers, and you get to see what happens with the characters. Power Rangers is about the 3 Rangers that left, and they go on like sort of interstellar space missions and stuff like that. Different tones to each story. And what I like about Mighty Morphin is like the government gets involved and they end up stealing like the Green Ranger's power coin because they want a say in like who protects them and stuff like that. It's a cool concept. Excuse me. But yeah, that's my Power Rangers review. One quick note though, I ordered this volume off of Amazon and I ended up having to order a second one because it came in damaged. If you want to order stuff without it getting damaged, I know this really great website called cheapgraphicnovels.com. Not sponsored by them because I have like 50 subs, but it's actually a really good website. I wouldn't recommend ordering there unless you're going to order stuff in bulk because you got to pay shipping, and if you have Amazon, you sometimes don't. But if you're going to order like volumes 1 through 5 and you pay like $10 for shipping, then you're saving a lot of money because usually they'll have discounts like 50% off or like 30% off, super high discounts like that, and it's like for every single item that they sell. So any of the stuff you see in my videos, I probably bought it from there. I buy most of my comics from that website. But anyway, yeah, that's my Power Rangers review. See ya.